Okay, I quite literally didn't go anywhere. If you're just coming into this, we're doing red hair on our little girl. You can get this sheet at coloringpagesbliss.com and then go back and find our first video. This is video number 3. I did wait for you. So we were just coming around here and doing this red. So I'm still coming through with my 925. Okay, we're going to come through here, just keep going. Just what we were doing before. Okay. Put a little more of this down here so that when I go lighter in a minute, this will look like it's kind of curved around a little bit. And coming in here. Now, remember we wanted this to be highlight, so we're going to go through here. We just won't go through here real hard. Just enough to get some of that white out of there. Okay. You can play with hair forever, just like you can play with the skin a lot. Okay, now I'm going to the lighter one. This is the 924. All right. We said we put it, remember, we put it on the tips and anywhere that we wanted highlights. So I'm going to go ahead and put it around here. All right, and then just bring this around some. Put it here. This is on top. And then bring that around some. Do you see how it's balancing over here? And because we have so many layers of red, browns and such, it's giving more dimension or depth to the color of her hair. You very rarely find someone that's a solid redhead unless they're bottled. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I don't need a bunch of comments. It's okay. Now I am going to come back to my middle one because I think I need a little more in here. I was in a hurry to try to get that done. And I think I need to just put a little bit more in here and get some of that out. Some more of that white out of the way. Add some reds. We don't want that to look all brownish red. Okay, let's go ahead and just do some more on here too. Like I said, I got in a hurry. I was trying to finish for you, and I just made the decision not to. So we're going to go back in here now. It's just going to make that curl look a little bit more dimensional, and the highlights to look a little better when we get those in. Okay. Is it feel strange to you to do long strokes after me telling you for so long to do circles? It's just there are times when you need the long strokes. Okay, now I'm going to go back to that red, the 924. It's crimson red. Yeah, crimson red in my Prismacolors. I don't know what color it is and what you're using. My new conversion chart's not complete yet. When it's complete, it'll be on my Etsy shop at Pam One Stroke. I'm trying to condense it down to 5 pages or less because that's how many pages they'll let me do in a download. And I don't want you to have to buy 2 or 3 different downloads, and right now it's at a whole bundle of pages. It's spread out over 24 pages right now because I have color swatches for each one, but I'm thinking that those color swatches are just going to have to be smaller. Now, as I'm doing this, I see a big blob of white there, so I just grabbed one of the other colors and put that in. All right, now up here with the red, the number 924. Getting that curl on top. Okay, then I'm going to do this highlight. Okay, just coming back and forth, making sure that's got some red to it. Same thing here, all across this piece, because it's on the top. And then do you remember that other color we grabbed, that poppy red? I love poppy red. Can you tell by how short this one is? So this is number 922, and I'm going to put in the really highlighted area where the light's hitting her head. Those highlighted areas that we talked about earlier. I'm just doing some blending now. I'm to the point now where I want the white to start going away that's in the page. And I'm not afraid of covering all those other colors up because they're laid down nicely. We made a good coat of them to start with. So even as I'm doing this, those other shades should still be in there pretty solid because we did put those in first. Okay, just getting the light tips in here. And even if you've got maybe only 3 reds in your pencils, you know what? Start with a little bit deeper brown and then build the reds on top and end with maybe even an orange, and you're going to be surprised at how nice it's going to turn out because you still have all those different shades and you're still stacking and piling your colors. Yeah, it'll still be okay. You may have to fiddle a little more, but every time you stack a color on top of another one, you're adding that depth. So, put some of this in there, just so that it's not all one solid mass color. Okay, just in the very center areas where maybe the light is hitting it a little bit. We're trying to work some of the white out of our paper now is what we're doing. We're just trying to finish working on that. And it may take me 30 minutes just to do this, y'all. I kid you not. Hair cannot be rushed. Just like in real life. Hair and makeup. Gosh. Oh well. And see, we had not even planned on doing this color when we first started. But as you go, you know, different things change in your coloring. Sometimes you just have to grab another shade or another color and put it in there. She is quite the little cutie, though. I'm very glad we did her with red hair. I think it's a good lesson in picking colors and blending. I did not take a break between this video and video number 2. Just pushed stop on the camera and started again. So after this one, I will be taking a break. My hand needs a little bit of a rest. Now, she's looking fairly well, but you can still see the difference here and here from here. These should be darker. That's why I didn't just go over them with this. I am going to go back. I am going to go, I think, to this one. This is 1031. This is my henna. I'm going to try it in here somewhere first so that it's not out somewhere that really shows a whole lot. Let's see how that works. What I'm trying to do is make my darkers a little darker. When you squint your eyes, you should be able to see different shades. Okay, and I wanted my darkers darker, so that's why I'm coming in with this. Now let me look through the camera. Oh yeah, see, I like that better. Looking through a camera at your artwork or in a bathroom mirror through the reflection, that will allow you to see your artwork differently than if you're looking at it head on. I'm not real sure why, I just know it's true. So if you want to look at your own artwork and see if something looks really amiss and out of place, take it to a big mirror with good light and look at it. Now, do you see the difference in this and this over here? So see, it's just adding those layers, and we're coming in and making our darkers even darker. And in the long run, if you'll not skip this step, your finished picture will be nicer because you'll have that depth to her hair. See, there's a white line right through there. I purposely earlier did not cover all that up because I wanted to be able to bring some more dark back in there. And if you were following along with me, you didn't cover yours up either. If you did, that's fine. Go at the top of it. I'm sure there's still some white tooth in that paper. Okay, but look at this versus over here. Yeah, I do like that. Let's keep going. So now we're going to do some of this. We're going to do some of this. Trying to go the direction the hair goes, but sometimes you've just got to do a little bit different to get all the way up next to a line. And here I'm not going to come all the way over because that was the highlighted area. I can do here, but I want to make sure there's some highlight in the middle. Oh, wow. And to think we put the darks in first just goes to show you that the darks weren't dark enough. Okay? And that is not unusual. That's why a lot of times you'll see me do my shading last, just to be sure to be able to get all those darks in. This is probably growing this way, but to get rid of that white line, I'm going to have to do a curve. All right, and get rid of those white lines between one curl and the next. Get rid of those lines. It's one thing to have a few white spots poking through. It's another thing to have the whole thing outlined in white just because you didn't get in there and put enough color in. So please do. Just get rid of those white lines. And see just that little bit, how that's helping. And you thought you were done. Or maybe you looked at it and thought, oh my gosh, this can't be it. Maybe you saw it and you already caught on that we were doing more. If so, awesome, step ahead. You're beginning to see the different areas. Sometimes it's easier for some people to see than others. It comes though. If you're not there yet, don't fret. It does come. The more you color along with somebody that will show you and talk to you about it, I think the quicker it will come. When I paint with my students on Mondays here at the house, we talk about what's behind what. We talk about what needs to be blended better. We critique each other's work, and it all helps. We've become rather thick-skinned when it comes to critiquing. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and there's not but a handful of us, but we do want to get better at what we're doing. I don't think anybody in the group that paints with me is satisfied with just getting by. All right, do you see how much better that looks? Okay, I'm not done. I'm going to come in with that very first dark brown. It was our chestnut 1081. And you know how I always say make the darkers darker? That's what I'm fixing to do. I am going to work in circles for the most part. And I will do one side, then you can compare it with the other side, and you can decide if you want to do this on your own or not. Personally, I think mine needs it. I need some of these darkers in there to pop her hair. Okay? I'm not going to do a lot. I'm going at the edges that are tucked underneath. See, it just pushed her face forward on this side. Just in those areas that are tucked behind. That's all I'm doing. Making sure that white line is gone. That's right next to the next curl. Okay. Can you see what I'm actually accomplishing, or does it just all look the same to you? If you don't see a difference, don't worry about it. It could be because I'm right on top of it that I'm really seeing it. Then bring some of these down. It's like she's got a little bit of streakage going on. Now, let me show you up close. Do you see the difference in this right here? See how those darks are tucked up underneath? And see how these, the darks got lost. Okay, here it's dark. Here it's not as dark. So that's what I'm fixing now. Yes, this is the last step. I do understand. Okay, so I'm just putting these darker darks in right there up under the edge. Make sure you bring them down a little so they're not just a stark line there. Okay, you don't want it to just be a line. Whoops, there's a little piece right there. Let's do that dark. Okay, then across here. I'm just putting my little circles in really little and then pulling up from time to time so I don't end up with just a line right there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, little circles and then just pull up a few lines. Little circles, pull up a few lines. Because I don't want it to be just a line. So I've got to break it up with a few lines. So we're at 21 minutes. Oh my goodness. So it took not quite an hour to do her hair. Tell you what, my hair takes a lot less time than that. What do you think though? Is she cute? Look at the layers. Oh my gosh. We did good. We did good. All right, so there's that. From here on, it's your choice. It is totally your choice of what you want to do. I am going to do the stars. Do I want them in blue or in yellow? You know what? I'm going to do them in yellow and do the background in blue. How's that? So I'm going to pick my background. And backgrounds take a while if you're doing them right. And I'm thinking, do I want a blue or do I want more of a tealy blue? I think as much as I love to do teals, I think with the yellow on top, it's going to be a lot better if I do a blue. And I'm liking blue slate. Okay, come down here, colors. So even if we just pick these out and get started, then we can go back and finish next time. Okay? 1024, where are you? 1024. Okay, so I've picked blue slate. To go with that, I'm going to do light cerulean blue, which is 904. See how those two go good together? It won't take a lot of blending that way either because they're so close. And then I'm going to skip one and head to, do I want Blue Lake? Those are really too close together. And that, I'm looking for a little bit darker. You know what? We're going to put back that light cerulean blue. So cancel that. See, that's how my head works. Let's go Mediterranean blue. So that's going to be the 1022. And like I said, even if we don't get to color this time, if we just get them pulled, it'll help. And then I want that China blue in there. So 1100 with China blue. All right, now we are going to start coloring. We have just like 5 minutes, I think. What I want to do, and this is your homework before you come back next time, I want you to take and do the darker blue all the way around all the stars and then come out a little bit. Okay? I want you to go around all the stars and the words, everything, and then come out some. See how that goes? So like inside this letter, outside that star. And go ahead and get up close to it and get some dark in there. Okay, and then blend it out. So here you would get your dark in there, but then make sure you've got it blended out. I want you to do that all over. So next time we get started, your paper will have that all over. Okay, that's your homework. If you need to wait and do it after you've seen mine, then by all means, you can start the next video, then push pause and go do yours, just so that you're clear on what I'm talking about. We're going to really get a nice shaded background with these three colors. And it's not going to be something that we can just do in a flash. It's going to take a few minutes to get it done. So that's why I want you to go ahead and have all this done. So yeah, if it helps you, just go ahead and take a peek at the next video so that you can see all the different places that I'm talking about. Turn your work as you need to. And yes, again, her hair looks awesome. Be very proud of what you've done with her hair. That was pretty cool. And it did take a while, but now wasn't it worth it? Yeah. Okay. So just keep going. Everything that's around the background, you're going to do with your darkest of the three blues that we pulled. Okay? Like I said, if you're in doubt at all on what all it is, just go into the next video and look, and then you can pause and do yours, and then come back and finish watching. But like I said, I've been not taking breaks between these videos at all, and my hand is going to need to. So, all right, I will see y'all back in a little bit. Bye.